Hey guys, I'm Sean, and I am an ARKaholic. And guys, welcome to Ragnarok. Yeah, honestly, I think you guys knew this was going to happen, especially when checking out that drop that ended up having 2 Equus saddles in it. I think that definitely gave you guys a heads up that, oh boy, we're making our way over here for some Equises. And guys, here we are. If you guys were curious about if this is playing on the same exact kind of world as the previous ARKaholic, well, there's your answer. There is the previous base, guys. And it's pretty cool coming to check this stuff out, you know, kind of take a little trip down memory lane here. Yeah. So if you guys were curious, I guess that confirms that we are playing on the exact same world and everything is kind of nice and everything where we left it, right? Obviously, the only difference is our old ARKaholic character is pretty much just loaded up in the obelisk, pretty much, but that's it. Yeah, but I did make it where we cannot actually go ahead and tame these creatures or anything. I kind of wanted to keep it as these creatures were part of the ARKaholic, not the new ARKaholic, so yeah, they'll be here for show. They'll kind of be just hanging out here. I think I made sure to put a decent amount of food in here. Oh, speaking of which, maybe not. Okay, so I can actually kind of reload this up, which is really nice. So maybe I'll make sure to come over here a few times with this character to keep loading up the food for them. But berries-wise, I think we're okay, right? Yeah, berries, they have a decent amount. I don't know exactly how this works, like if these guys are going to start consuming and stuff like that. You guys will have to let me know in the comments below. But anyways, guys, getting into today's, of course, guys, today we're going for some Equises. We're here on Ragnarok. We know exactly what we're doing. I don't know what this last death thing is about. Yeah, I don't know. We did end up dying over in the island. I don't know. Maybe that, I don't know. But anyways, I guess we can take that off right there, just so we don't have that. But we are going to make our way up to, of course, where we get all of our rock carrots. And, oh, sheep, how I've missed you. Yeah, no, this is great. By the way, guys, I did add another mod into the series here. It's something we kind of talked about in the last series. Oh, God, did I not actually add it? Oh. I don't think I added it. Guys, give me 1 second. I'll be right back, and I will be adding the new mod, and we'll talk about it here in a second. Okay, so I did just get a notification that Auto Engrams just unlocked a few things. So I think, yeah, there we go. Okay. So I ended up adding the... What is it called? The Dino Depot. That's what it's called. We talked about it in the last series a bit. Cryopods were... I wasn't a fan of some of the rules they've made with cryopods, so you guys did recommend a bunch of different mods and everything. At the end of the day, guys, I'm not sure if anybody recommended this one, but I do know that Syntac, Axeman, a couple other people use it, and clearly it works for them, so I thought might as well add this one into the series here. So we now have the Dino Depot. Now, we're going to hang it out down here for a minute or two, because we probably should just go ahead and slowly build up our character here, and then go ahead and get some... Oh, I thought that was a dead body for some reason. Go ahead and get some Equises and stuff like that. So let's kind of get started here, just kind of building our character up. Because, yeah, it does get a little bit cold here, so I do want to go ahead and maybe get myself... Let's go ahead and bring you down here. But, yeah, if we can get ourselves some, like, cloth armor and stuff, that would be absolutely great. Let's drag you down here, and we are all good. Let's go ahead and get some flint going here. Then we're going to get a little bit more wood, a little more stone, you know, the whole nine, basically. So, but, yeah, guys, interesting that we're back here on Ragnarok. I'm going to be honest, guys, I wasn't really expecting to come over here this soon. But, of course, getting the Equus saddles... Yeah, you guys knew it had to happen, basically. So, if you guys are curious, that's the only reason, I promise. There were no plans of coming over here initially. But anyways, we need a little more thatch. Okay, that should be relatively easy to get. Just need to find myself another log right over here. Cool. All right, there we go. Should be able to make that. Perfect. All right, and now we're going to make our spears, and we're looking for a total of about 10 spears. We're also going to need a little bit of fiber, too. That's fine. Should be able to get a pretty decent amount of fiber. I think I could just jump straight into the water here. But let's make sure we can make at least 20. So let's just kind of pop in, get a little bit of that. Perfect. All right. Of course, now we get yellow drops with rings around it. I feel like we never got really good drops over here in the previous series, and yet, of course. The fact that I can't get it is the more upsetting part, right? All right, I think I can grab you. I don't think I can grab you. I could probably grab... Oh, I can't grab you either. Oh, boy, okay. There's no, like... Okay, good. There's nothing in here with us. Good. Okay. Can I grab you? No. Okay, so this is not a good spot to get our fiber from. Okay. Duly noted. By the way, guys, if you are curious, I did go ahead with the, before actually transferring the ARKaholic character, I did put all of the dinos and stuff on passive. So I think they're on, are they on neutral or passive? I think they're on passive, so they won't attack us or anything being in the area, which is nice. But now thinking about it, maybe I should have done them as neutral, because what if something attacks them? Well, it is what it is, no big deal. I guess I could technically jump back over here with the normal ARKaholic character and change that, but it's fine. They've been okay so far. They should be fine, nevertheless. But anyways, let's just get a little bit here. All right, I think that's good enough to make 10. I can craft 2. Oh, okay, because I need wood. What happens if I go for this? I think it's okay if I'm, like, around them, as long as I don't hit them, right? And I really don't want to find out what happens if I hit them, so... Oh, man. But anyways, let's get a little bit more wood. But yeah, I do expect to stay over here maybe for an episode or two. I'm kind of expecting today's episode, maybe we get our first Equus, like a decent one. Next episode, if we find a second Equus, maybe we get that Equus and then we do a little bit of breeding or something. It says craft 5. Okay, there's 10. Perfect. Okay. And we can make a hat to get started. Awesome. Okay. Certainly going to need a little bit more fiber, so maybe we get that going here. I don't think I really want to use... Yeah, I was going to say level 100. That's going to be kind of rough. So I was going to say, not sure if the Stiggies would have been the best option to go for at the start here. Oh. What happens? I guess in this case, like... How does this get fixed? What if I go on the ship? Maybe if I go on the ship, I can't ride it, of course, or anything. Is it going to let me? No. Interesting. Okay, well, anyways. Maybe being here for a while, maybe that'll fix itself. I don't know. All right, well, we need more fiber. But yeah, keep in mind, guys, it's really cold here in the Highlands. We didn't put anything into Fortitude yet. So I'd rather play it safe and go ahead and get myself some cloth armor. I guess once we get a decent amount of kills, potentially, maybe we start looking into hide. Especially being over here. But for now, I think we'll be okay there. Okay, so let's get these 3 on. We got some raw carrot here. I guess we'll kind of drop that into the last slot. And there we go. Cool. Let's go ahead and hide the hat. And let's switch over to 3rd, and let's get moving. I think we're at a pretty good spot here where we can go ahead and start getting ourselves some rock carrot. Maybe we'll find a dodo up there. Of course, we do have the ovises in the area, but I'd rather not do it with ovises if I'm going to be honest. I know they give a lot of hide and stuff, but I don't feel it's worth it. I don't really need cloth bandages and shoes that badly that I feel like I need to kill an ovis for it. So, I mean, if we're going to die by the freezing weather, then, you know, we're going to die by the freezing weather. No big deal. But yeah, it feels nice to be back on here, honestly. Really excited for Valguero to come out, honestly. I know a lot of people weren't too thrilled with my analysis of Valguero. That, I'm going to be honest, yeah, I think it's more that I just haven't played it enough to really appreciate it. And I'm hoping with the release of the ASA version, yeah, that's going to kind of change things for me. At least I hope, you know. I'm excited for it. Really excited to check it out and everything. But at the same time, I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens, right? Not too much longer. I think we're, what, maybe 2 weeks away? Well, it's wildcard, so maybe like a month away? I think the release is supposed to be like right at the end of September, if I'm not mistaken, but we know there's going to be a couple delays. We know it's coming. Just expect it. I'm just going to say it now. Yeah. It's going to happen. So don't be upset when it gets pushed back a couple days. And then pushed back again, most likely. But anyways, we got a paleo trike up here. Yeah, these things are cool, man. Again, I've kind of talked about like all these different dino mods and stuff. Again, they don't really change the creatures. It's just like change a couple colors on them, and it's, oh my god, it's so great, honestly. What do you guys think the TLC creatures are going to be? So with Extra Life and everything this year, Wildcard, unfortunately, will not be doing their live stream, which, let's be honest, it is what it is. I don't really consider it that big of a deal if they don't do the live stream. I've said it for years. I think they should do something where they link up with all the content creators, and then each content creator gets like an hour or two, you know, to kind of do their thing. You know what I mean? Kind of get the community involved with this kind of thing. And I know last year they actually had Ross Clark show up and kind of host and stuff, which was cool and all. But I feel like, I don't know, I feel like they can go that extra step with the community. And I think we'd appreciate it a lot more, if I'm going to be honest. Not saying I'd be thrown into the ring for 2 hours. I certainly wouldn't. There's a lot more popular content creators out there that probably would get it, which is completely fine. But at the same time, I think it would be incredibly entertaining and would also kind of open up potentially new avenues for other content creators. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Regardless, this year, every 30,000 donated, I think they're doing like they're giving a TLC to a creature that hasn't had a TLC before. Of course, I think we all know the Giga's going to get one. Let's call it what it is. I think the Giga is probably the first one on the list there. I think right now it's like the Thylacoleo is really high, which I'm going to be honest, I was very surprised about that. Now, granted, I think it's just one vote that did like, one donation of like $500, and they did 500 towards Thyla or something like that, which is really surprising because I don't know. I like the Thyla. I don't think it needs TLC though. I think it's really good for what it is, you know what I mean? But, you know, I guess it remains to be seen. I definitely agree that the Giga, and I think the Giga will be one of those that's getting the TLC, if I'm going to be honest. I'm very surprised that the Mesopithecus hasn't gotten a shout. I don't think it's gotten a TLC. But I'm very surprised by that, if I'm going to be honest. Very surprised that the Meso hasn't even gotten a sniff of a donation, you know what I mean? I believe the Araneo's up there, which massively needs a TLC, and I think they will, if that does get voted, and I believe it will. I think that will be one of the ones that's voted. I believe they're going to give it the ability to, hopefully, I hope that they do this. It feels like that they should, but it should get the ability to climb, and it should also... Wait, it actually has a saddle, doesn't it? It already does have a saddle. Yeah, because I always throw out the Araneo saddle. Like everybody else, I feel like. It's got to get the ability to climb walls, though, right? Like, very similar to a... I actually thought that was an Equus for a second. Very similar to a Megalania, right? Like, what? I guess kind of going back to the Thyla, though, like, what TLC could it get? The design of it is pretty good. I mean, the fact that it doesn't, like, hang on the trees the way it used to, I don't think that justifies a whole TLC, though, for it. You know what I mean? I feel like that would be... if it gets voted, cool, because it's a great creature and it would get even better. But, like, I feel like we're wasting a vote, right? That was a level 20. I'm going to look up here first. I'd rather try to go for a higher level one straight off the bat, if I'm going to be honest. But I do remember in a previous life, I did come through here and just keep getting the high level ones. I kind of hoarded them. So I don't know how it's going to be for us here, but we'll have to see what happens. We have a total of 46 Rock Arid. But I guess my question to you guys is, what creature would you vote for? And I am planning on doing an Extra Life live stream. I pretty much have done it every year. I haven't set up extra... Well, hello, 150. Okay, I guess this is how we're going to get started. And it's working? Wow, okay. I got to really focus on this. So you know what? We'll talk after I do this because I need to focus, make sure I get this tame right. Because, hey, it's a max level. We're not having that jittery stuff going on. So, yeah, let's focus on this. Then we'll talk about TLCs and kind of what we think should get a TLC after we finish this up. So, going to be a little silent. Let me focus on this. And there we go. Wow. A 150 Equus straight away with some really good stats. Okay. 2256 in health, which is 42 points. 2184 stam, which is 29 points. 665 in weight, which is 45 points. And 292 melee, which is 34 points. Some notably, of course, 42 points into health. 45 into weight. That's not too shabby. I'm going to go ahead and just give you the rest of the berries. We can throw that out. We can throw that out. Stims, we can throw... We'll keep them. Why not? And there we go. Wow. Okay, so 150 straight off the bat, looking really good. Now, what's great about getting the Equus right away, first of all, I don't know if you guys noticed, when we started taming this thing, it had a little heart on it. So there's a female in the area. I think I just saw the female, actually. Female's like right here, right? Yeah, okay. I don't want to spook you just in case. Not sure how lucky we're going to get here, but if this female's a really good one, we might not be over on Ragnarok as long as I thought, if I'm going to be honest. Let's have a quick look here. Now, just want to talk about the Dino Depot mod for a second, because yes, I've talked about in the past about cryos and everything. There's certain things on single player I just don't like about the cryopods anymore. The fact that if your creature is recently injured, you can't cryopod it. That is stupid. The Dino Depot mod just kind of helps those situations, especially when we lost Shamrock, of course, in a previous life. That really kind of hurts me. You're level 55. Okay, so no bueno for you. Let's go back. But my question that I was going to pose before to you guys is, what creature do you think deserves a TLC? If you want to give me multiple options, that's cool. That's fine. But I think the creature that needs the TLC the most... I'm a little reluctant on saying the Giga, which I know everyone's going to be very surprised by that, but let's be honest. What are you going to be able to do to the Giga to make it better than the Paleo Giga? And here's the thing. It's kind of like, I almost don't want the Giga because I kind of want all the Paleo stuff to eventually move over. I don't think, I'm pretty sure, and I could have this wrong. I think the Paleo stuff is up from the depths, right? And Garuga was the additions. Yeah, Garuga was additions. Paleo is up from the depths. And I don't think there's any chance of the Paleo stuff moving over, which is unfortunate. But we do have mods, you know what I mean? And it's kind of like, why not do a creature like the Meso or a creature that certainly doesn't have a mod out there to make it 100 times better? I just feel like it would be wild card kind of going up against Paleo. And sorry, Paleo's going to win every time, you know? Don't get me wrong. The Karch, absolutely great, you know? And it does need, we do need a creature that can compete with the Karch on the crazy levels that it is, right? So I get it. Now, granted, we need to hit 120,000 so we get 4 votes in order for the Giga, in my opinion, to be thrown into the ring. Because, no, I don't think there's enough creatures at that point. I guess technically, I guess the Equus can get a TLC, right? I don't think it's worth it. I kind of want to see what level you are, but I don't really want to run into the kid because I know you're going to get pissed. All right, what level are you? 25. Okay, not worth it. Okay, that's fine. Go. But I don't know. I mean, what other creature is there? The Diplo. The Diplo needs a DLC. A TLC, not a DLC. Well, who knows at this point? Maybe they will make it a DLC. I don't have the list in front of me, so I'm trying to do this from the top of my head. Most notable creatures. The Plesiosaur has to be one, right? That model is so old. The Plesiosaur needs something, because we need a good underwater tame, and we need something that can compete with the Bassi, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if we had the Dinosuchus, the Xiphactinus, whatever, jellyfish knock you off of everything. It's almost like the only tame you should really get underwater is the Bassi, at the end of the day, to be fully safe, you know? I guess the Shasta, too, but the Shasta's just massive. It's a very, very... It's not a hard tame or anything, but it's not something you're going to get remotely early in your series, you know? I think it's, what, level 105 is the submarine? I could be completely wrong with that, but you guys get the gist. One of them has to be an underwater. Maybe 2. I would actually prefer it at 2, but I don't know what you can put as underwater creatures that need something. I don't think the Liapleurodon or whatever should get one, because, like, I don't know, it's not that special to begin with. You know, been playing Ark for years. I think I've only seen, like, 1 or 2 in my lifetime. Like, I don't think it's that worth it getting a TLC for something that is so rare to come across, you know? Unless that's what they do with the TLC. They make it a tameable creature and give it the ability that it increases your loot drops and everything. That could be interesting. I don't know. If I were to pick, though, I would say if we're in the 120 range where we get 4 options, yeah, fine, throw the Giga in there. But I think the Meso needs a massive TLC. Quetzal's high on the list, which I was really surprised. I think the model needs a TLC. I think movement speed, it does need something, too, if I'm going to be honest. Yeah, I guess Quetzal would be added to my group then. I don't want it where it's like 4 land dinos, you know what I mean? I kind of want a variety of stuff. And I think we're going to hit the 4, honestly. I mean, I'm pretty sure Syntac and Heather already put in like a $3,000 donation or something like that. Absolutely crazy. Apparently, at least I hope so, Wildcard are going to work with them because apparently they put it in before the voting thing started. So technically, Syntac can put 3,000 votes towards the galley. I think the fairest way to do that, to be honest, I don't think it's fair going ahead and just doing 3,000 towards one creature. Maybe if they split them between a couple, I think that would be the fairest way. But, you know, hey, they donated. They kind of get to pick and choose how they want to do it. You know what I mean? But I think if $3,000 goes towards, let's just say, the galley, for example, because Syntac galley is the whole 9, galley's in your top 4. There's no other way that that's going to be beat. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. But I think the Meso should definitely be up there. You know, Galley wouldn't be a bad shout, though, either. I don't know. There are a lot of creatures. There are definitely a lot of creatures that need something. And I think this is probably the best way to do it. If I'm going to be honest, guys, I think this is the way they should do TLCs in the future. I think this is a very good idea. I think this is going to be a really good option to get TLCs on creatures that we want, but it's also benefiting a good cause. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. You guys let me know your thoughts down in the comments, but Aranio certainly needs one. I'm not a fan of the Aranio. I would 100% use it if they did give it some abilities, though. I'd give it a shot. I'd try it out. I might not love it, but, you know, I'd at least give it a shot. Right now, if I find an Aranio saddle, I do what everybody else does. Just throw it away. That's a level 90 now. You know what we should do? Instead of just running up to all these creatures, should probably go ahead and try to make a spyglass. Probably going to be a little bit easier. I could also try to get over to Red Ob to get the to get all my stuff out of there. But yeah, we are getting a lot of Equises now, which I really like. We also have a ton of those Europasauruses. 55, no. Yeah, I think it might be easier to just try to... You're a nice-looking one. Come on, give me a good level. 20. Of course. The nice-looking ones are always the lowest level. I don't know. Maybe it does make sense to go over to the obelisk. The unfortunate thing is, if we don't find a high-level female, then we're going to have to start, like, killing stuff off, you know, in order to promote new spawns and all that kind of stuff. And I'm not saying it's not impossible, but again, it's not like we have a massive fighter here on our hands with the form of the Equus. All right. Any Equises down here? This is going to be our only problem, though, is now... This could take 5 minutes to find the other Equus. This could take a day and 5 minutes to find the next Equus. Oh, man. All right, we'll see. All right, there's one coming up here, though. I mean, this would be a really good spot. Not gonna lie. You kind of look like Rusty, too. Give or take a couple colors, but you still look pretty cool. Come on. 100. Okay, I saw the 1. Now, 100's not bad, but it's like... We started out with a 150, you know what I mean? What is that in the water? Oh, that's a... Oh, that's part of the mod. What are they called? That's part of the paleo mod. Yeah, these guys. Wait, is... Are you coming to attack me, or what's going on here? You're a crypto... What? Oh my god, you go on land? You're level 20, whatever the heck you are. You look really cool, though. And was there something else in the water that's like... Guess we'll do this real quick. Sharks and... What the heck are those? Those are like... little squids or something. That's kind of cool. All right. Well, anyways. Yeah, it's fun adding mods and then having no idea what they actually do. All right. Let's head down here, though. Maybe we'll find an Equus. If not, maybe we find a Pego. Actually. It's the last thing I need, right? All right, let's see what we got here. Something good. 20. Nope. Opposite of good. My only concern, too, is if you guys remember from the last series, the Giga and the Karch didn't spawn in. And the fact that we're hanging out on Ragnarok again is concerning that if the Giga or the Cart spawn in naturally a little bit closer to the beach... Oh boy. I would really hate to lose the previous creatures that way. By the way, guys, in the future, I may try to enable it to allow me to claim the creatures, but I just didn't want to do that right now. I felt like that would make it a little bit too easy. Like, we're level 26, and we would have a Griffin. We'd have some really good stuff. You know, like, if I just transferred everything over, I think it would have just ended up making things a little too easy street for us. So there are plans in the future, don't worry, with kind of... I don't want to get into too much detail on it, but if you guys could help me out here on single player, how would I go ahead and claim the previous ARKaholic creatures? What would I have to do? And if you guys don't mind, if you are answering it, give me a step-by-step. Because if you guys say, oh, just unclaim, you know, I But anyways, yeah, but that's more for the future. Once we're a little bit more formidable, then I'm completely okay with maybe doing something along that line. But for right now, yeah, it's a little too early. It's a little too soon in the series to be even considering that kind of option, especially with all the stuff that we have there. Not only just the tames, but the items and all that kind of stuff. So we'll figure it out. But anywho's. Not having much luck here with this other Equus, if I'm going to be honest. We'll probably have to head over to the New Highlands area, because there are probably some Equises over there. Oh, well, hello. There's one right here. Why did we not see this before? I thought I kind of came up this way before. Okay, maybe I didn't. Yeah, we need the spyglass. 95 now. Okay. I guess if I check out a few more and we're having no luck, maybe we will make the trip over to get the spyglass. You know, I did say that it was going to be one episode of getting the first one, and then the next episode was going to be getting the second one. But we did get this thing so freaking quickly that I was really hoping we can pull this off all in one episode, or maybe minimum 2, you know. Get the 2 today, do some breeding in the next one. I don't know. But, you know what? I think I'm just telling myself to go do it now. We keep talking about it. It'll also give us a saddle or 2. 2 saddles, actually. I think I transferred both over here. But yeah, if you guys aren't aware, because we are playing on single player, we have to go over to the obelisk to get our stuff. I know on servers, you can set it up where it'll be inside of, like, the loot drops and stuff, but here on single player, that's not the case. You have to go over to the obelisk. Same with the bosses and stuff like that. Have to go to the obelisk on single player. On servers, you know, you can kind of do that with the drops and stuff like that. I'm not too familiar about how that works. I feel like that would be a little bit too chaotic, in my opinion. Trying to set up boss fight creatures inside for an obelisk, inside for a loot drop, but I don't know. To each their own, right? But anyways, let's get on down here, and then, yeah, I think we're going to hop in the water because... Oh, maybe not. What is that, like, really bright thing in the water right there? Are those jellyfish? That just seems a little too bright to be jellyfish, right? But I kind of want to take a look real quick and see what the heck that is. Oh, no, those are jellyfish. Wow, okay. Interesting. We may be forced to go ahead and kind of take the beach route, which I'm going to be honest, I'm not too thrilled about. Does that mean there's an Arkalon in the area, though? They're actually really blue, by the way, on this map. Wow. I mean, if there's an Arkalon in the area, that'd be kind of interesting, right? No, that's a shark. Okay. And, yeah, see, there's another jellyfish. What the heck is that? Is that a Bassie? That definitely is. Is that a Bassie I can tame? I don't actually want to check that out right now. I think it is a Bassie I can tame. I don't think it's a dead one. But those jellyfish are kind of moving in. You know what? Yeah, curiosity is going to get the best of me. No, it might be dead. Yeah, it's dead. Huh. Okay, cool. But yeah, the minute we see like a Microraptor, we gotta hop in this water and just go straight in. This doesn't feel as intense, this area, as it did back in ASE. So I don't know, maybe it's actually not too crazy now here, which would be really nice. Ooh, Pego. I know I'm saying ooh, Pego. It's only because of the, you know what, though? This is like the point where, yep, let's just start doing that. That's fine. Yep. Yep. Pass out, guys. Up. Oh, too much going on. No. That's what I was worried about. Okay. Okay. Are you dead? No. Come on, give me a box. Damn it. I was hoping one of these might give us a box, but all right. But yeah, this Parasaur did some work on those terror birds. Wow, okay, what level are you? Wait, why am I pushing you, by the way? You're a 145. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. So this area is still a little intense, but at the same time, it's... I don't think it's as bad as ASE. I feel like ASE, this was a little crazy over here. That is a dire bear. Oh, love me dire bears. All right, let's hop in the water for a minute, because... I'd rather not deal with the dire bear if I don't have to. But yeah, getting our stuff is just going to make life a little bit easier for us. We could also go ahead and break some of the boxes along the Highlands area to see if we can get maybe some more metal stuff. That would be kind of nice. But we'll see. Let's just get up on here. Let's take a look. Nothing's following us. We're all good. Let's put you on passive just in case. Inventory. Here we go. Yeah, just give me all this stuff. Oh, yeah, that's right. We have our armor, too. There we go. All right, we're looking pretty good. All right, let's build up the character again. We got our bow and crossbow. What? There we go. Did I put my food in here? I did put my food in here. Sweet. Okay. What is normally in this slot? Water. Okay, we don't have anything for water yet. Okay, that's fine. You'll go here. What else do I need? Oops, not inventory. Want that. Apologies, guys. A little bit of inventory management here just to make sure we got everything ready to go. Now, can I put this on? I can't. I got to jump off to do it. That's fine. There we go. Let's put the excess tools on you, and I think we are good to go. Yeah, and then we'll just have to remember... Oh. Why didn't that go on my character? There we go. Cool. All right. I think we're looking pretty good. Cool. All right. Let's head on back. Wait, we never got the spyglass. Oh, my God. Apologies, guys. Apologies. Yeah. We never have the spyglass to begin with, so I'm talking about going to the obelisk to get our spyglass, and we never had one to begin with. Okay. I guess we're getting the spyglass. All right, we got a Gigantopithecus here. Pelagornis. We got a dire bear. I love to check out the dire bear, but no spyglass. No spyglass. But yeah, I do think the Diplo needs a massive TLC. This thing is just completely and utterly useless. The Giga at least has some pretty good abilities. It's just visually, it's a mess. Not that it's a mess. You guys know what I mean. Aranio certainly needs some functionality. Is that a Doedicurus? You know, I'm remembering struggles of a previous life. If you're a high level, I am gonna be really upset. Nah, 20. Okay. It's fine. We have ourselves a stone gatherer. Stella is a beast. Plesiosaur definitely needs something. Meso needs something. It's funny how, even though it's not a creature that's allowed to be in the contest because it's already gotten a TLC. I'm sorry, the Gigantopithecus still needs a TLC. It needs the ability to be able to wield, and it can... I don't think the Gigantopithecus, and I could be completely wrong about this, cannot wear helmets, right? It can also not wield... Wield? Is that the right word? Wield? Yeah, wield. Like weapons and tools and stuff. That's silly. I feel like that should have been part of the original TLC. Maybe at the time they didn't have the knowledge to be able to do that, but come on, that's gotta be something, right? I feel like the Gigantopithecus does need something regardless, even though it's not part of the contest. I don't know. But anywho's, I guess our first focus right now should be the spyglass, right? Actually, I know I keep getting distracted by a few things, guys, but I just remembered there's a couple of boxes down this way, right? And maybe we'll get ourselves some metal tools out of it. Maybe a metal pick. That seems to be the struggle for us recently. But yeah, we'll kind of hop, skip, and a jump down here. If the Equus takes a little bit of damage, it is what it is. I think it'll still be okay. We are cold, by the way, so... Ooh, what is that? Capture cooldown. What's capture cooldown? I wonder if that's part of the Dino Depot mod, because I've never seen that before. Huh. Okay. Anyways. I mean, and that's fine if it has a cooldown from the creature getting damaged, but that was a matter of seconds, not like a minute and a half. Like we have with the original cryos. Yeah, there's our boxes right there. Not a lot, but still. It's better than nothing. All right, what are you going to give me here? We got a pike. Okay. What about this one? We got a sword. Useless. Both kind of useless. Gonna be honest. I feel like there's more boxes. Yeah, okay. All right, let's try these ones. All right, arrows. Yeah, not really giving us a shield. 2 shields. Swell. Another sword. Oh, good. Okay. All right. Stuff that we don't need. Okay. All right, well, now that we got that, I guess we do have to go ahead and get ourselves the spyglass. Okay. I think we'll just go ahead and head straight over to the cave now. Again, we only need 2. I guess if we really wanted to... Ooh, there's a couple more boxes. I guess if we really wanted to push it, we would be shooting for 5 crystal. Oh, there's a hatchet. And another sword. But we got our hatchet. Hey. First metal tool of this part of the series goes to the hatchet. Nice. All right, we can throw you guys out. I don't need an additional one of these or these. We'll hold on to the pike. That's fine. I don't need that additional 5. That's kind of just going to weigh us down like crazy. And then I think I'm also going to go ahead and throw you out. I will go ahead and put these guys on you, though. Yeah, there we go. Cool. And then while we're at it, I don't know which one's the original one. I'm going to say the 15 one's the original one. I don't know. We might have just thrown out our original hatchet. It's fine. It is what it is. All right, and here we are. Into the cave we go. Let's see. Yeah, we are losing a little bit of health here. Come on. Give me a couple crystal. I need 2 for the spyglass. We should be able to get it here. There we go. That's 3. Okay. So what else do I need for the spyglass? Let's have a quick look. So... spyglass. Okay, well, water jar, we're good. We just need cementing paste. Okay, spyglass. Yeah, gotta watch our health. Our health's getting pretty low here. Spyglass. We need a little bit of hide. Okay, cool. Now, we needed what? 2 crystal for the spyglass, 3 for the whatchamacallit? Get it real quick here. Come on. All right, there's another one. I think we just need 1 more. I think we're at 4 at this point. Come on. Okay, there we go. I think that's it, right? 5. Perfect. Okay. Now... trying to maintain our health here as best I can, but it is getting really cold. Okay, so like hanging out in this spot, that's kind of weird. So hanging out in this spot is just cold, but everywhere else... okay, that's a little interesting. I think we're going to hang out here for a second. I'm just going to let my health rebuild back up. Again, we do have the 400% or the 300%, whatever it is, regen, so... yeah, this health is going to shoot up real quick. We are going to lose a little bit of food, but that's okay. And to kind of shoot that up to 100, we could just eat real quick, and that's going to really boost us back up. But yeah, food is going to be working its way down here. Okay. All right. So now we need a little bit of hide. Okay. But yeah, very silly that just that part of the cave specifically kept us warm. Or warmer, you know. Come on, get out of the water. Get out of the water. There we go. Cool. All right. Whoa. Male baby Ovis 150. Okay, so who is the parent here? Who's the 150? It's you. Interesting. And what about you? 20. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. The higher level Ovis that you tame, breed, the whole 9, the more materials you get out of them when harvesting them. Is that correct? So really, the best case, you'd want to shoot for 2 150s, right? Let me know. Because, yeah, I'm pretty sure... I mean, you get a lot of resources from them to begin with anyways. So, like, it's not that big of a deal, I guess, right? But still. But, yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw a dodo down here in our travels. Just looking for that little bit of hide just to get our spyglass. And I think the next step is going to be heading over to the New Highlands area. And I think straight away I would probably like to get a little bit of cementing paste just so we can go ahead and make the water jar. And then I think we'll be looking pretty good. I don't know. Maybe we'll get really lucky. What is that in the water? Oh, wait, I can't. Can't use the spyglass yet if you don't have it, Sean. Come on. All right. Yeah. We saw the Equises, but before that, I think was the dodo, right? So it should be right over on this side. But yeah, this is going to be the problem that my food is already completely up. So I can't use food to heal anymore. And we're getting really close to dying. So I need to kind of kill something real quick here. To make myself a hide bed, too, in the process. Okay, we got a dodo. Perfect. Cool. There we go. Okay. Is that going to be enough for a... Where the heck is it? Where's the freaking bed thing? There's the bed. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, it's right there. Perfect. Okay, make that. Make that. Come on. I guess in the meantime, let's see if we can make the spyglass. I can't. Because I need hide. Wonderful. We literally just used all of our hide for this. Okay, that's fine. All right, there we go. Cool. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Make the spyglass. At least if we're going to die, right? No, I'm not going to do that for you. I guess we'll at least put this down. We got ourselves a level. Let's just keep going in the weight department. It's not really going to make a difference. That one level into fortitude, and 3, 2, 1. Sayonara, guys. By the way, I guess we could check the temp right now. It is 33 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay. Yeah, looking at that death marker, I think this one, the original one, that's over on the island, actually. That's kind of funny that it shows up on this one. But yeah, there we go. Respawn. And hopefully we just don't die straight away here, because if we do, then that's a bit worrisome. But yeah, I guess this is kind of how we're going to have to do it. Yep, and we're just slowly going to take a little bit of health here. I guess on top of that, we might as well put this on. Okay, we got our spyglass. Should I start heading over to New Highlands? I think we should. That's fine. Might get a few more kills over there, too, so we can make a little bit better armor. Hopefully we can survive this. You know, I was actually just about to say, why not look for a Bassie? And sure enough, there's one right here. That makes things a little bit easier for us, right? All right. Let's chop you up. You're going to get me some hide. Also a lot of other stuff that we probably don't need, but that's okay. You know what I just realized, too? What happened to what happened to the saddles? I could have sworn I brought them over here with me. Huh. Okay. I guess we'll figure it out when we get back to the island. Okay, that's news to me. I thought I actually put them in the obelisk, but maybe I didn't. Now, is that a white drop or is that a yellow drop? Because what is our mission with this? Is it still the... Yeah, so it's still 3 white supply crates, or we could do slingshot boomerang thing along with spears. Probably feel like the drops is still going to be a little bit easier, but I don't know. But let's see. I am looking for a... I'm looking for this one right here. This is actually going to be perfect. There's not a lot of Castroides around. Sure, our health is tanking, but I should be able to get a far enough distance away. This is even better, actually. We're even further out. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and take all this out. We got this. Let's go. Cementing paste. Perfect. No, 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 no. Oh, my God. Drop, 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 drop. Get on you. Get on you. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. We are about to have a ton of these guys following me. Okay. But we should be pretty good. Equus is faster than the Castroides, so we should be all good. Only one's following me? That's actually kind of surprising. Oh, okay. And he de-aggroed, I guess. Okay. Interesting. Okay. That was a lot quicker and a lot better than I thought. Now, before we continue, I can make this. Perfect. Might as well go ahead and do it. Now, what do I need to make hide armor? Ooh, I can make some hide. Okay. Where's the pants? I don't know if it's going to be good enough, but might as well check it out. What level are you, by the way? Oh, 100. And you're running away. Perfect. Okay. Let's see. Is this going to be good enough? Hey, it's just good enough. Awesome. Perfect. Okay, so let's have a quick look. Can I make more hide or no? It's okay if I can't. No, I can't. Okay. Oh. Gonna have to go a little on the run here. Okay, so we got ourselves the spyglass. We got ourselves the water jar. We're looking pretty good here on the beginning of Ragnarok, at least. Of course, ideally, I would have liked to get myself another Equus and maybe do a little bit of breeding, but, you know, it is what it is. I think this will make it a lot easier to spot Equises from a distance. Obviously, we're here in the Highlands. There's going to be more Equises. It's just a matter of finding this thing. But I think for this episode, we are looking pretty good here, guys. So, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, take a second. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. I will see you all in the next one. Fingers crossed we do find ourselves an Equus and do some breeding and all that fun stuff. But, guys, that's going to wrap this up. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next one.